Hey guys, welcome to the new LRME Beauty Studio. My name's Britt if you don't know me already. I am the owner of LRME Beauty and I am the one behind the blog at britlet.com. So today I am going to be sharing with you, as promised, my personal brow routine. So I have written brow series number 3, which outlines in detail my step-by-step brow routine. However, when I started to take pictures of how I do my brows, I found it really hard to explain in pictures. So I kind of decided that as my first tutorial, never done this before, but I thought it would be easier to show you how I do my brows in a video. Not only for myself, but also for you guys to be able to grasp the techniques and to be able to apply them to yourselves a little bit easier. Okay guys, so the first thing that you always do is brush your brows into place. Make sure that they're nice and clean so that there's no product in them. As you can see, mine are all clean at the moment. So I just brush them where I want them to be sitting. I'm just using this little spoolie brush. It's just a brown lash definer, a 2M from Napoleon Purtis. You can buy just any brow brush. All brands do them. Realistically, you could just use a disposable mascara one that is clean, just anything that's going to brush your brows into place. So I wouldn't normally have done my whole face makeup before I do my brows, as I mentioned in number 3 of the brow series on our blog, that I would normally do my base and then do my brows before I did my eyeshadow and anything else. But obviously, because it's on camera, I wanted to have my face done so I don't look completely ridiculous. Okay, so it's really important that you do brush your brows into place before you start to fill them in. If they aren't in the correct shape or where you want them sitting when you start to fill them in, you are going to end up with odd shapes. So please do make sure you always brush them. Okay, so the product that I have mentioned in number 3 of the brow series, which is my favorite ever, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Brow Palette. So as you can see, it's very tatted. I take it absolutely everywhere with me. It's great for makeup artists. It has absolutely every shade in there that you could possibly ever want. For the average girl who, isn't doing makeup on everyone, they only need a couple of shades. You can buy individual colours. Anastasia Beverly Hills is only available now on Sephora or on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. So you can pick that up there. Otherwise, another product that I'd 100% recommend, which is very similar, and I'm pretty sure it's like a sister brand of Anastasia Beverly Hills, is Garbo and Kelly. They are amazing and their brow powders are really great. But this is the one I'm going to be using today, as this is the one that I use every day on myself and every day on my clients. So the colour that I use is taupe, which is this one just here. As you can see, I've used that one quite a lot. And I like to use blonde for the inners, just to keep that a little bit lighter. As mentioned in the blog as well, sometimes I like to use the soft brown. It's just a little bit darker, and I use this if I just have a little bit of a gap, just to fill that in. But they're the colours that I use. So this is the brush that I use. This is a Zoeva 322 Brow Line. It's just an angled brush. Any angled brush will do, guys. I just really love this one. Okay guys, so I'm just going to dip my Zoeva brush in the colour taupe. That is the one I'm going to start with. And I'm just going to start not completely right in the inner of my brow, but about midway. Purely because I don't want that inner bit to be blocky, or I don't want a harsh line there. So I just feather with hair-like strokes underneath. I do this because I don't want a harsh line underneath. I don't like my brows to be overly defined. I like them to look quite natural and a little bit raw. So I just take that all the way to the tip there. And just create a little bit of a point and a tail if you need to. Then I start about here and I start to push the colour upwards into the rest of the hair. Just using hair-like strokes, small strokes, guys. You don't need to colour your brow in. You want to make them the strokes look as much like hair as possible. Okay, so you can see that starting to form there. So now what I would do is I would take my spoolie again, and I'm actually going to brush the hairs downwards. So you can see that what this does is it actually exposes the hairline along the top there. So what that means and what that allows you to do is to fill in that top area, creating more of a fuller brow. Just softly, hair-like strokes again. Making sure you keep that nice arch at the top. And bringing that back down to a point. So. Then take your spoolie again and just brush the hairs back into place. Then just touch up any areas that you can see need tidying. My number one rule, guys, going back to brow series number 1 in creating a naturally full brow, is always work with what you have. So as you can see, I've got quite a naturally full brow. So this may not work for some of you. You can apply these techniques in different ways, but always work with what you have. Don't try and create a brow that you do not have. It's always going to look more natural if you go and work with what you have. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with the blonde, just a slightly lighter colour. And I'm just going to take that into the inner of my brow there. Just so that inner bit is just a little bit softer. It just kind of fades out a little. I don't want that inner section there to be too dark or too blocky, so the blonde is really perfect for that. Then just go over it, guys, touch up any areas that you need. I'm an absolute perfectionist and I like my brows to be perfect. So just keep going until you can see and that you are happy with it. Create more of a point if you need. Sometimes the darker colour, the soft brown, is easier for that. I find it gives a nicer tail, so you do that if you need. So you can see there, guys. Now I would just take my spoolie, brush the hairs upwards and outwards, just like so. The final thing that I like to apply to my brows, guys, is this brow gel. It's an absolutely amazing brow gel and I love it so much. It gives a nice sheen to the brow, takes away that powdery look, and it also holds your brows in place so amazingly. So you just literally brush that through like that. Another product that I had mentioned in my brow blog, guys, is the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is an amazing product. I use this when I've recently tinted my brows and I don't really need to fill them in. I just put this through. It's like a fibre tinted gel and it is so amazing, perfect and really quick if you're in a rush. I have completed both of my brows. This is the finished look. This is how I do my brows every day. This is also the techniques that I apply to my clients. So like I said in my blog, I'm going to reiterate that. Always work with what you have and always remember that your brows are sisters, not twins. So you are never going to get them 100% identical. Nothing on your face is ever 100% symmetrical unless you are some kind of perfect freak. So don't stress if you're not getting it exactly the same. Just get it as close as possible. Guys, this is something that literally takes me 2 minutes in the morning. It's really not that hard. Don't overcomplicate it for yourself. Just find a few products that you love, whether it's a powder or a pomade, a gel, a pencil, whatever works for you. You can apply these same techniques, just always in hair-like strokes. That's what's going to give you the most natural. So this is just what I personally do, guys, so I'm just sharing it with you. I'm not saying that this is how you have to do it, but it's just what I like to do. I hope that you liked it, and I'll see you next time if I ever make a video again. Probably not, but you never know. Bye!